Hello and welcome to everybody joining us today at COOLA headquarters. Myself, Chris Birchby, and Francesca, our Director of Product Development and Compliance here. We're going to be talking with you today about Melanoma Awareness Month, Melanoma Monday, which is today. Everything that you can do to help prevent getting sunburned, including staying out of the sun, wearing the right sun protection, and also getting checked for any potential growths on the skin. Something that is skin cancer, unfortunately, is the most common form of cancer in the United States, but it's also one of the most preventable. And so we're going to be talking to you today about getting it checked out as much as possible to your skin. So just a little bit about how the company was formed here, because we really have our roots in Melanoma Awareness Month and melanoma in particular. Both of my parents had, unfortunately, been diagnosed with melanoma, fortunately caught it in time. It was something where my mother had a squamous cell initially on her chest, and then later had a malignant melanoma on her lower back. My father had a basal cell on his face, and then later on his back as well had a malignant melanoma. It was something that, for me, kind of realizing how almost it's easy to get it, and looking at a lot of my bad sun habits in the past was really a lot of the inspiration that led me to COOLA Sun Care. So these days we're really proud and happy to try to bring you the healthiest sun protection possible. We formulate all of our sunscreens. Everything is SPF 30 and above going forward, which is for us really important as far as giving yourself enough protection from UVA and UVB rays. Everything is broad spectrum that we do. Again, we want to give you full coverage for UVA and UVB protection. Regarding our formulas, I'm very pleased and proud to turn it over to Francesca to talk about some of our wonderful new ingredients and also some melanoma facts.
As Chris said, sun protection can be very healthy, and our formulas are 70% organic, and they're good for you, and they're actually very fragrant and yummy smelling, so they're fun to wear, and it's something you want to put on. And we also have plant protection, which helps with the UVA, UVB, boosting the UVA, UVB protection. And according to the American Cancer Society, as Chris was mentioning, skin cancer is the most common of all cancer types. More than 5.4 million skin cancers are diagnosed each year in the United States, and that's more than all other cancers combined. But the good news is that you can do a lot to protect yourself and your family from skin cancer. We have SPF 30 and above, and 30 is actually a great, no sun SPF will protect you 100%, but 30 will give you 97% coverage for UVA, UVB rays.
And isn't the difference like ridiculous between a 30 and a 50? A 50 gives you about 99% protection,
Correct,
relative to a 30, which is like 97% protection. Difference is just the time you can be in the sun. And so what we really recommend is always reapplying every 2 hours. Always apply before you go out in the sun. If you can, 30 minutes before getting out in the sun. Mineral sunscreens technically can work faster than a traditional chemical active sunscreen absorber will. However, under the FDA guidelines, which we follow and promote, and just general good skin cancer guidelines, you really want to apply at least 30 minutes prior to going outside and wear at least an SPF 30 or above. But we really recommend, it's most important, find a sunscreen that you love. Find something that's going to be good on your skin, that you're just going to feel comfortable wearing every day. I mean, May is Melanoma Awareness Month. May is, it's the beginning of the summer. We really promote it as a time to start reevaluating your general awareness for sun safety and sun protection. But skin cancer season, unfortunately, it's all year round. And the sun can penetrate, it doesn't matter if there's cloud levels or not. You are getting some UV damage all year round. So we really recommend finding a sunscreen that you really love, incorporating it into your daily skincare regimen.
And be generous. Apply at least 1 ounce, it's about a palmful of product, and cover your arms, legs, face, and don't forget your ears, your hands, your feet, and the back of your neck, Those are areas that we forget about that you do need coverage for. And reapply every 2 hours. And also check the expiration date. Every sun care product has about a 2 to 3 year shelf life. It usually is stamped on the bottom. And be sure that it's active and it's within the expiration period.
Do we have any questions, any comments out there in the world that we can help with for Melanoma Awareness Month here?
We do, Chris. 1 second. Here we come. We have one question here. What are the signs of melanoma?
Okay, so the signs of melanoma, this is a great question, and certainly something that we want everybody to run by their dermatologist. If you have any growth on your skin, anything that has some discoloration, if it looks like it's changing in size or texture, that certainly is a red flag. But we recommend that you have your skin checked by a dermatologist as frequently as possible, at minimum once a year. We really recommend more than that if you can, and just have a really general, thorough diagnosis by a physician or dermatologist who specializes in it. It's something that if you catch it in time, melanoma, you have a much better chance of a recovery. Unfortunately, it's a cancer that is very fast moving, and so this is why in some people, whether for whatever reason they don't catch it in time, it becomes a lot more challenging to deal with afterwards.
And anyone can get skin cancer, but be extra careful if you have natural blonde or red hair, you have freckles, or are fair-skinned, or if you take medications that make you sensitive to the light, or if you've had a lot of sunburns before, or sunburn before you start tanning, that's a real risk as well. You have to keep plenty of sun coverage when you go out first time. And also if you live in or travel to hot climates or high altitudes. Those are all areas you have to take extra care to wear sun protection.
I heard a really scary statistic when I was first starting out COOLA that one bad sunburn to blistering under the age of 18 can double your chances of melanoma later in life. And this is something that for me was really eye-opening, because when I had started COOLA, I was looking back, I have 3 younger brothers, our sunscreen drawer was, over this summer, was full of, I won't say the brand, but it smelled wonderful like coconuts, and it was SPF 2s, 4s, 6s, and that was all the sunscreen we were wearing. That's just not enough. It's not enough. And actually anything this day in the FDA that's under an SPF 15, you can't get the broad spectrum claim even, because it doesn't provide enough protection for both UVA and UVB. And again, for people that don't know the difference, UVB rays are the rays that will burn your skin, or that will show up as a red sunburn. UVA are the ones that penetrate into the dermal layer and are the ones that can cause cancer. So you want to make sure that you have a sunscreen that has both UVA and UVB protection. In the United States, the FDA has a monograph they call it broad spectrum UVA, UVB test protection that you test for.
That's correct.
All right, we have another question. What are the best practices for preventing melanoma?
Well, we really recommend, if you can stay out of the sun as much as possible between the peak hours, a hat, umbrella, shade, that's going to help out a lot. Sunscreen on a daily basis, we think that's a necessity. That's one of the reasons why we wanted to create multifunctional sunscreens that fit really well into your daily life, whether it's a makeup setting spray that we have that's SPF 30 broad spectrum protection. Is a very light mist. You can even see that there. And you just close your eyes and can apply your sunscreen over makeup, or even as a guy, I just like it because it's a super fine mist and you can just apply on the go. It's an all-natural scent. We don't use synthetic fragrances for this one, or frankly anything. And it is a wonderful, like fresh laundry. It's green tea and aloe scent. So over 70% organic. Look for that on all of our sunscreens. If they're organic, it says that organic has a 70% organic number on it. Again, that's the overall formula. So our active ingredients like zinc, titanium, or the chemical actives, they can never be organic. We think our sunscreens, we know our sunscreens are much healthier than a comparable sunscreen, because the base formula, basically everything else that's in it, up to 97% of our inactive ingredients are certified organic. which supports organic farming. For us, that's very important. No pesticide use and the runoff, no waterway systems. 50% of the streams and waterways in the United States are polluted. A lot of that is from pesticide runoff. Only 1% of farming in the United States is for organic farming. We really think that there's obviously a big room for improvement there. And so buying COOLA also will support organic farmers.
Awesome. And then another question we have is, will SPF 30 or 50 be more preventing of melanoma than SPF 15 or below?
We would say yes, because you're just getting more sun protection. Again, we really recommend anything SPF 30 and above. Anything above 50, it's just strictly marketing. If a 50 gives about 99% protection, 100 gives like 99-point-something% protection. The trade-off is so minimal for the protection, but you use way more active ingredients, which can be potentially irritating on the skin. And there's a lot of concern about some ingredients as well. And so what we like to do here at COOLA is just minimize the use of our actives as much as possible. And we boost our formulas naturally using plant protection to try to get as many great benefits as possible. We use we have special formulas for either our mineral SPF or what we call our classic SPF, which is more the traditional chemical actives, although we'll never use oxybenzone. And really, when you look at our actives relative to other comparable sunscreens, we use much fewer wherever possible, and that's a result of our many, many years of constant formulation and reformulation and innovative new ingredients, many of which are natural and plant-based. They can boost the formulas and provide a lot of other great benefits, whether they're antioxidants or other great benefits to the skin as well. I do want to say, just because it's sitting right next to me here, even though this is not a sunscreen, if you do want to have a golden glow year-round, we just launched our certified organic Cosmos EcoCert Sunless Tan Serum for the face and dry oil mist for the body. It is the most natural looking golden tan that you can actually get without going in the sun, and frankly it looks better a lot of times than actually going out in the sun. What that will look on your skin. It's a really beautiful golden tan. We've been working on it for years here at COOLA. It's really getting rave reviews so far. I encourage you to try it out. It is a tan unlike any other one on the market right now, and you'll see it really is. It's not orange, you're not going to look weird. It's a beautiful natural tan. It is certified, again, organic and natural. 99.25% natural for our face serum, 71% from certified organic from organic farming. And what this does is it's just a daily, everyday face serum and moisturizer that also gives you a beautiful golden tan that shows up in between 2 and 4 hours. And you can reapply multiple times over the week to build up and get to just that really nice gradual base color that you want. Now, it doesn't protect against the sun, so we recommend that you wear sunscreen always over this, but if you do want to achieve a really nice color without going out in the sun, which is certainly something that we espouse here at COOLA, because we, any damage to the sun, listen, the sun is the worst skin damage as far as visually looking like you're aging that can happen. And that's why the most important thing that you can do to keep a youthful look is not only eating well and exercising, but staying out of the sun as much as possible. And so we recommend, again, every day use a sunscreen. You're going to look better, you're going to feel better, and you are hoping to prevent skin cancer as well. And that's, again, why we're here on Melanoma Monday for Melanoma Awareness Month, to help promote really being responsible for your decisions as far as taking care of yourself and skin cancer.
Amazing. And then lastly, Chris, do you mind mentioning our special promo for May that we have here?
Well, this is super exciting. So all month long, from the COOLA Sun Care website, we have a selection of fantastic samples that you get free with any order over $50. So, wow, are all of these samples in there?
Those are all in there.
This is pretty incredible.
7 pieces.
Wow, so not only do you get this really cool What is it, a neoprene bag here that's very reusable. Looks like it fits a cell phone probably just about perfect as well. You get your cool COOLA bag, but then you get 7 samples. They keep on coming. 7 samples of COOLA products, including our new Rosilience, the golden organic. And this is a new tint color that we're just launching. We have 2 Rosiliences currently on the market. Golden is our 3rd. It's very uniform for most skin types. It is a really natural, beautiful color.
That's gorgeous. Yeah.
And new packaging as well that is just launching too with our golden Rosilience. We also just launched our Dawn Patrol Classic Primer, which is truly a remarkable and innovative SPF 30 broad spectrum primer for everyday use. And then all of our classics as well, and you get a wonderful sampling of most of these in the monthly May bag that we're giving out for free with any order over $50. So it's a great way to kind of sample the product line, try out some new products if you haven't tried it before.
Amazing. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Okay, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.